Work from home, customer service, job struggles. Hey y'all, it's the intuitive one. I'm overwhelmed and unsatisfied. Hmm, let's talk about it. Welcome everyone. This is the intuitive one. Not everyone understands house music. It's a spiritual, a body, a soul. Not everyone understands house music. It's a spiritual, a body, a soul. Welcome everyone. This is the intuitive. Not everyone understands house music. Welcome everyone. This is the intuitive one. Not everyone understands house music. It's a spiritual thing, a body thing, a soul thing. Hello, hello. Well, welcome to my channel. If anyone is here, I am the intuitive one. And I call myself that because I pick up on things seen and unseen way before a lot of people do. So, therefore, a lot of people think that I am crazy because I say things and it may not manifest maybe a year later, or maybe the next day, or maybe next week. And it's just a sixth sense. It's developed through pain, trauma, struggle, and it's probably in my DNA. Okay, so that's what it is. Um, Not saying I'm the smartest one. I'm not the stupidest one, but I do rely on my intuition a lot. It has gotten me a long way. Also, mixing it with my intellect. It's like peanut butter and jelly. You need both to create and to see clearly. So, I don't know. I just thought I would jump on here today because I don't know, just life. Everything in this world is going on and it's crazy. And especially if especially if you are not down with the get down, if you know what I mean. Like you are trying to do the right thing. You're not perfect. I'm not perfect, far from it, but I ain't evil. I'm talking about evil, evil. Like evil is good, and good is evil. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And I just get depressed and sad sometimes because, like, for example, let me let me talk about my job for a minute. I work from home. Yes, that's good. I always wanted to work from home. I don't mind working from home. I actually work for myself. I am an independent contractor, so that's fine. And what I do help people in a sense. And I'm not going to say exactly where I work at or who I work for, but let's just say I come across a lot of spiritual situations, if you will. And for example, I come across people that are, I actually talk to them that have demonic oppression and they are looking for help. I come across people that are gang stalked, and I come across people, just all types of any situation you can imagine, depressed, lonely, incarcerated, in a crazy house, people they know in the crazy house, people that are doing witchcraft on them, all these types of people. And it's fine. Some of them are nice, some of them are rude, but it's okay. But, and that's really not to talk and focus on them per se right now. I mean, I can get into that later because all of those situations I have firsthand experience. Okay, so I'm not really there to give advice, even though I so much want to, because the things they're talking about, I'm like, yeah, I've been there, but I can't. I can't do it. All I could do is take down what they're saying and pass it along to the people I need to pass it to. And I know, yes, I'm so grateful I have a job. And it wasn't always this easy. I've been working at home since the pandemic, and I had jobs, you know, all different types of jobs. I literally worked as a contact tracer, you know, even though I needed a job. Okay, that was interesting. Um, so pretty much, I'm just feeling a little sad and down because I'm still not satisfied. It's not like my dream. Like, I'm happy to be working from home. It's flexible. I can make my own schedule. I can work 24 hours a day. So you're like, why are you complaining? And because I still don't feel free. I still have people chiming in all the time. Oh, you talk too long. Oh, you need to stay in this time, or stay in this box. Don't step out of the line. And make sure you say that, and don't And why didn't you do this? And I'm a very I have a real problem with with being in a box. I do well when I don't have someone micromanaging me, and knowing that someone's constantly. And if you ever worked from home, and I'm like in a customer service type of position, you know that it's like Big Brother. Somebody's always in the background watching and listening, and quotas and times and say this and verbatim and blah blah blah. That drives me crazy because you think you're doing good. People are vibing with you. They're like, "Thank you. You're very nice." And these people, whether they be managers or coaches or QA people, they always look for the negative. And I don't like that feeling, even though I do have a job, but I don't like that feeling. If anybody can relate, please write it in the comments. Of any moment, they could be like, oh, you're fired. Like one time, they thought I charged somebody like more money than what they uh, offered to pay, like way more, like $2,500. In actuality, I almost did, but I caught myself because I read the notes and I said, oh, that's wrong. And I adjusted it. So, okay, that's fine. So, like a few days later, I guess the customer called back and they were like, oh, asking about, how much I charged them, whatever. So, okay, that's understandable. Even though she was very nice on the phone, I explained to her everything, but I guess she had doubts. Okay, whatever. My job, or whatever you want to call it, just instead of getting the facts, they just make an appointment to have a meeting, And why did you do this? And maybe you charged them that. I was like, well, you record and you look at everything. You can clearly see that I only charged this woman $25. Okay? Not 2,500. So they go back and they look and they're like, oh, yeah, you're right. But, and that's it. So you guys are about to jump on me before you even had all the facts. And then no, after that it's crickets. No, I'm sorry, or oh, we jumped the gun, and you know, just just stop communicating. Which I think is very like little things like that. It's like they're always looking to, even during training, it was like, oh, if you make a mistake, we'll just let you go. I don't like that hanging over my head. I'm a human being. I'm learning. I'm going to make mistakes. Not making the same mistake, but if you tell me in a decent way, I try to correct it. And 9 times out of 10, I don't keep making the same mistakes. And if I do, I'll ask for help. But that always hanging over my head. And I've been in situations where they can say anything because, they're in a clique. I, especially when you work from home, you can't really see who you're talking to. I mean, we don't really have a lot of meetings, we're independent contractors. So, you know, I rarely see who I'm talking to. So people, behind the scenes, they can act a certain way. People don't like you asking questions for clarity. They feel like you're challenging them. And not only am I intuitive, I'm inquisitive. And I need to know how things work so I can function better. Not just, oh, just do this, just do that. So it wears on you. You have to deal with the public because, if you ever worked in customer service, you get some really rude, nasty people. I've got all types of people. Um, I got a phone call one time and it sounded like he was torturing somebody in the back. It was like, help me, help me. I don't know. Anyway, um, so yeah, that's one of my issues is that they look for the worst, and they never chime in when you're doing good. You know, it's like they have their favorites. And don't get me started on, oh, just go in the chat and get help. Uh, Not everyone gets help equally. Okay. Um, for some reason, and once again, I always stand out, no matter how uh, low key I try to be. It's like her. You want me to fit in a box, and I'm not really a box fitting person. I try, I really do, and this is why I need to. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm an independent contractor, but I need to be a little more independent where I can call my own shots. But it takes time and it takes money and a lot of moving parts. But I that is my goal is to work for myself. Do something I enjoy where it doesn't feel like work. I'm just tired of people telling me what to do, when to do it, people complaining. You got customers calling, and a lot of them are in funky moods and they just want to, so what's your name? And how many times you going to ask me my name? What are you trying to set me up? I mean, I'm not doing anything. How do you spell your name? Why? I just told you 3 times. Like, why you keep asking me that? Or trying to, oh, I'm in a rush. So call back when you have time. I have to hit these key points. If I don't, then they're getting mad at me. And now you're taking up time because now I'm going over the time I'm supposed to be on the phone. You know, help me help you, Honestly, I'm doing this job, but I really, really, really don't like talking on the phone. I do it because I have to, but it's draining. I think people think because you work from home, it's all peaches and cream and everything. No, it's a different type of annoyance. Um, but nevertheless, I'm thankful I am able to do this. The last job I had, it was cool. I liked it, but I'm not going to go into that. It was they had to let me go. That's fine. That's okay. That's okay. Um, just know this that just because you work from home doesn't mean that there is no like that you have office politics and the cliques and the favoritism. It's still there. It's still there, and it's just harder to track or fight it because you can't see people faces. You can't physically see them. It's one thing if you're in the office and you see someone. It's harder for them to stab you in the back. I mean, they still can, but they have to see you, so it's different. When they can't see you, it's like people get bolder behind on a computer when you don't see them. Okay. um but I just honestly, I just want to do my job and get up out of there. This ain't my life. I have other things I want to do. And I do my job the best that I can. And I want to leave. But somehow the drama always comes. But, this is the story of my life. Um, I guess because I don't follow the crowd, I don't, forgive me, I didn't come there to make friends. I don't do all the little chit chat. No, today I went to the store and I bought cucumber. I don't know, whatever stupidness. So you need to know every little thing that's going on in my life, like a lot of people do. I think people say too much. Like, why do I need to know that investigators from the are coming to your house to interview you? Like, what's going on there? Why did we need to know that little bit of information? Why do I need to know? Oh, I'm going to the doctor to have a hysterectomy. Whatever it is. People, why do I need to see your whole family up there for Christmas? I don't know you, and I don't. Yes, I'm sort of an introvert, but it's just I just don't do well with meaningless conversations. And it's like this fall in line, everyone like a hive mentality. Everyone just this superficial conversation. You guys really don't know each other. And then once you leave here or if you leave this job, you probably never talk to each other again. So, and if you wanted to be, and some people are social creatures, I get that. They get energy from going outward. They thrive on that, and that's okay. That's okay. But not everyone is the same. This world is full of narcissists and people that constantly seek validation. Like every time they get us, I don't know, not that I'm in a sales position, some part of it, but not completely. Every time they get a sale, oh look, I got, I don't know, $1,000, and I'm like, okay, it's not going in your pocket; it's going to the owner's pocket. Okay, so why am I so excited? Making someone else richer. I'm great. You really had no control over how much people are going to donate. You just happen to get the phone call, happen to get the person that wanted to donate a large amount. Okay. And that's how that works. But it's like every little thing that just annoys me. I like people, people, I'm going to say it, and it's probably not the right thing to say, but people annoy the crap out of me. They just do too much. They pay attention to the wrong things, and the things they're supposed to pay attention to, they don't. And that's why we're in the situation we're in now in this world. And that bugs me because a lot of things can't be avoided. Like, we could be on a whole different timeline. And I know I'm rambling now, but we could be on a whole different timeline if people paid attention. But people were laughing, partying, popping bottles, bling blinging. Look who's got this and that. And meanwhile, we were getting rolled up on. And the people like me who was like yelling at the mountaintops, hey, watch out, this is happening. Or we got labeled, certain words. I don't know, conspiracy theory, theorists. And now look at you now. So I'm kind of like, I'm retired conspiracy theorist. I'm sitting back and I'm watching this play out. Okay? I'm watching, yeah, people are waking up now. That's fine and dandy. But how my mother used to say, uh, you're a day late and a dollar short. And maybe you're not you're not late. Everybody's on their own timeline. But when you've been in this since, oh my God, I don't want to tell my age, but the 80s, and you've been getting ostracized for stuff that's just coming out, that's a long time suffering and knowing stuff. Like they say, knowledge is sweet to the mouth and bitter to the belly. Yes, at one point I prayed for knowledge. Well, knowledge. Let me rephrase that. I prayed for wisdom, and with wisdom comes knowledge, because you can be knowledgeable but not wise. But if you're wise, you'll seek knowledge. Make sense? So what I realize is that heavy is the head that wears the crown. So when you get this wisdom, not everybody's going to be able to relate to you because you're thinking, you're vibing on a different frequency. So now people think you're strange. Oh, you're talking that strange stuff, or you're weird, or you're this. And then 5, 10 years later, here we are, even longer. But that was a lonely ride because people cut you off. So you have to walk alone. It's not fun, and it's not for the weak. Yes, you know things, but you're alone. There's Yeah, people are waking up now, but back in the days when I was a teenager, nobody knew. Not gonna say nobody, but there was no internet. Nobody wanted to know anything. So now you got all this wisdom, and they're not ready for it. So it's like a blessing and a curse. And sometimes I wonder, I don't know. Is it better not to know anything because you could live free? But are you really free? Because you fall into all types of traps because you lack knowledge. It's like, but if you have knowledge, now you know, but now you can't sleep at night because now you know too much. You can't win for losing. So I know I went off on my job. So tonight I'm going to review some studying for a client just to make sure I handle it right. But God forbid I make a mistake. Okay, I see people making mistakes all over the place. I'm not saying you should make mistakes, but it just seemed like I do one thing and it's like, stop, you're all wrong. What are you doing? I just want to, like, I'm really trying to keep my cool. So I say less, but I want to say more. But I got to keep my emotions in check because I ain't trying to shoot myself in the foot. Okay. But my insides are, oh, if you only knew. So I figured, I jump on here and just talk because you got to let it out. You got to talk to somebody. And whether if anybody's listening or they're not listening, that's fine. But if you can relate, feel free to go on this journey with me and leave your thoughts in the comment. Don't be rude. Don't be nasty. There's no need for that. We're just vibing and building. And I tell you one thing that gets me by, and music. I love, I love, I love, I love house music, and I'm not not the fist pumping house music, the deep soulful house music. So that is my relaxation. I haven't really been on vacation. I don't really hang with a lot of people, and I have to let a lot of people go because I realized that I had to let all people go because I realized that they weren't in my best interest. As sad as that may seem, but it had to be done. I'm very careful about my circle. Okay, so that's what had to be done. But yes, I do love house music, and I go any chance I get. I might go this weekend. Who knows? Um, so if anybody out there that loves house music, let me tell you, I love house music. Um, I love the old school rap, like the '90s. That's when I was growing up. So I'm a little biased with that because I love the vocabulary. It made sense. The rap had meaning, good or bad, robbing, street gutter, gritty, fun. It was all types, political. I love it. I love it. Old school R&B, love it. Um, Soft rock, okay, I love it. Um, what they used to call that music, alternative music. Elena Morissette, three non blondes, stuff like that. I'm old school, but I love that. Um, so I think I've rambled enough. And whoever hears this, thank you so much for listening. And I'll be back to ramble some more. Like, who cares, right? But um, yeah, I just wanted to get that out about my job, and how I'm gonna make this year count. I I do not want to be struggling. I want to set myself up for a long term success. Okay, and it's hard, and I'm doing it brick by brick, but it will get done. I promise you. This is my this is what I want to manifest. I'm putting that out into the universe. Okay? I don't want to be struggling. I want to be financially stable. I want passive income. I want long term wealth. I want health and wealth because without health, you don't have wealth. What good is wealth with no health? So yes, I want that too. I want to be happy. I want to have peace. I want, I don't need to be the richest person on earth, but I want my money to work for me. I don't want to trade time for money. I want to have my money coming in, working for me passively on its own with multiple streams of income. Okay? And I know nobody's going to do it but me. And I'm doing it brick by brick. And this is what I want, and this is what I will have as above, so below, as I think of it, and I'll bring it to life on the physical plane. And with that being said, whoever's listening, thank you so much. Until next time, peace and blessings. Goodbye.